Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever you are in the world today, I hope that you are doing great. Hope that all is pleasant for you. And most importantly, my friends, I hope that you are in good health. Once again, my friends, welcome to the Common Sense channel. On this channel, we get to talk about those things that people know, that people have thought about, but don't often have the time to discuss. These are the things we discuss here on the Common Sense channel. So once again, welcome to the Common Sense channel. Today I just want to talk about everything, especially with what's happening now. Because I remember a while back and I came on this platform, on my platform, and I spoke to Mr. Trump and I advised him, and I said, do not go into Iran. Do not get involved with Iran. Do not get involved into that situation in the Middle East, especially with the People Republic or Revolutionary Republic of Iran. The reason is I saw what was happening. I said it's a trap. Don't get involved. Stay out of there. And I said that the situation in Ukraine is connected to Iran. And I hope the Europeans can just wake up. I hope that the Europeans can just wake up and try to find a solution to end that situation in Ukraine. But Ukraine and Iran are connected. It's history. History is life. If you don't know, history often repeats itself. And that's why all of the situation is happening in the Middle East with the state of Israel. I hope history doesn't repeat itself with Israel. Because when you go back into history, when you look at history, I'm a lover of history. Most of the time when I come on my channel, that's what I be tapping into, history. You understand? Right after World War II, because of what Hitler did, the German people pay a heavy price. Because especially German women, you heard of the Gulag. They were easy target. No one sympathized with them, especially the native Germans. You understand? I hope that does not repeat itself with the state of Israel. You understand? History has a way of repeating itself. And that's the reason why people said, it is said, not people, it is commonly known that those who do not learn from their history are doomed to repeat them. I hope it doesn't end that way. Because right now, because of the decision of few people, not the majority of people that are involved in all of this situation, it's just few people that are calling the shots, will result to the detriment of the masses. That's the reason why I was calling on Trump to not get involved. You understand? Because whatever decisions, whatever action he takes or makes can have a lasting effect on the world at large, especially those countries who are poor. And we know them. That's why whatever you do, you have to think. Iran It's not new. Iran has always been saying this from way back, maybe 20 years ago or 15 years ago, that if America ever attacks them, A, B, C, D are what they would do. You can't underestimate an enemy, if you want to call it. Iran is not my enemy. The people of Iran are not my enemies. And I think that's true for the whole world. But there are individuals that thinks that these people are the enemies. I don't care about their religion. I don't care about the God they worship. I respect them. I respect their religion. I respect anyone's God, anyone's religion. The only issue that I have with religion are organized religion. Organized religion is not the same as religion. And that's what Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ himself, was trying to point out to the people. There's nothing wrong with being religious. All humans are religious by nature. You understand this? But organized religion was able to capture every essence of religion, which is all humans are innately religious. That's my issue with religion, but not religion itself, but organized religion. So I don't have anything against people who are living, Jewish people in Israel or Israel. But those people who are using organized religion to cause havoc in the world, who are using religion the wrong way to destroy humanity, to destroy the peace of humanity, to destroy the harmony of humanity, to destroy mankind in general. Those are the people I have issues with, and there are plenty of them in our world. Trump should have never went into Iran. You understand? And most people would think that, especially people who are super religious fanatics, they would think that the Republican Party are serving their favor, that none of the policies that they've ever designed or put out there or represent that they say they represent are meant to even help you. The American government was not established to help people. You understand? The original government that was established was not established to help people. You understand? It's progressive ideas. Progressivism is what brought about all of the social programs that we have today in this country. When Trump says, "Make America great again," that's a progressive idea. He knows that. If you think about all the things he's trying to make great again, those are all progressive ideas. You know, why do you want to structure immigration so that the resources of the country is benefiting the people that are of that country? There's nothing wrong with structuring immigration. But how you go about doing it, that's the question. You understand? So what he's doing to structure immigration is what changed the narrative. Because other countries do have immigration policies. How do they address the immigration policies that are different from America? Some of these countries don't have broken immigration system like America. But if you think the reason why the immigration system is broken is because it wants to be broken, it's not broken because it wants to be broken. It's by design. There are elements of people that are benefiting from a broken immigration system or broken border. Neither Democrat or Republican want to solve that problem. They haven't given progressivism was very active in the 20s and up to the 1960s. Progressivism was very active. But along the way, liberalism managed to kick them out, sideline them. But again, history has a way of repeating itself. I think this is the time for progressivism to come back, because even MAGA are progressive. All of the things that MAGA stands for are progressivism. They just need to sit down and think about it. People who are progressive wants change and wants it now. I'm not going to stop to advocate for more progressive candidates, whether they're from leftist or whether they're from MAGA, but their agendas, their ideas, what they're trying to do for this country are the same. Just few differences, but are the same. We want more candidates that will run in this campaign, this election season, that are progressive. I don't care where they come from. As long as they are thinking about this country, that's all I care about. Some people say, why don't you talk about Africa? Africa is not ready for change yet. Africa is not ready. Everything you see coming out of that continent, it's all joke. There have been people in the past that have put everything that they had to make sure that Africa unite. And some of them are in their graves today. Some of them have tried and they've given up. You understand? Because you are talking to a nation, a continent of dead brains people who are stuck in their ways. Now they are moving from unity to reparation from Africa. You see how stupid that is? If you get reparation for Africa, whoever is behind that thing, that whole charade, what would you do with it when you're not united? What would you do with it? Which is a joke. It's just a way for them to distract the people from the real issue. The real issue for Africa is unity. Don't waste your time on reparation because you're not going to get it. It's going nowhere. You understand? So for America, Donald Trump, all those ideas he was propagating, they were all progressive ideas. You understand? They are progressive ideas. Progressivism is the American way. Americans don't wait for people to do anything for them. They've always been able to do things for themselves. That's how this country was founded. You understand? And America needs to come back to its founding. I live here now. Wherever you live is your home. You understand? You have to make it your home. And you have to love that place. It's your home. If you hate your home, you hate yourself. And that's what you see in Africa today. All these leaders that are there, they don't love the continent of Africa. Because if they love the continent of Africa, like the progressive group that are in this country, people who are thinking about the betterment of this country, how to make everyone's life better, if those leaders in Africa were progressive enough, they would be talking about unity, even if it caused them to go to war to bring about unity. That's what Abraham Lincoln did. Abraham Lincoln was willing to go to war to unite this country because he understood one thing, and he says it, then people, that the nation that's divided amongst itself cannot stand. And that's true. In short, what he was saying, without unity, there are division. But with unity, there is strength. And there's strength in unity. So, I am pleading, and will always do on my channel, this election season that we're in, do not allow liberalism to win. Liberalism and so-called conservatism, these people must be replaced with patriots, people who are patriotic, people who want the betterment of this country. And I think that should be the same for Africa too. Replace all of these people who do not seek the interest, the unity of Africa. Replace them. And bring in people, talking to the young people. Because even in this country, progressivism lies in the hands of young people. Bernie Sanders was the one that understood the thinking of the young people. This time, young people, channel your energy into electing young people with progressive ideas. Mega are young people too. We're talking about people in their 40s, in their 30s and 40s, maybe mid 40s, that are MAGA. You understand? And let me tell you, when you can channel that energy into progressive ideas, because maybe you think you're MAGA, but your ideas are all progressive. And progressive, you're out there too. If you're leftist, your ideas are also progressive too. That's why I always say progressivism, aka leftism, because leftists are progressive. It's just that they don't have time to wait. They want things now. And that's what all young people are. Young people don't have time to waste. Whatever you have to give them, give it to them now. They want it now. If it's jobs, they want it now. If it's income, they want it now. If it's better schools, better roads, better economy, better everything, they want it now. And there's no way you can build a family when this country is not doing great. No one can build it. People are not even going to think about getting married if they are single. When they look at the cost of life, the cost of everything in this country. So there must be change. None of these political parties, these two-party system in this country are going to bring that change. They don't even have the record for that. Their record is not good. I know they're going to be out there touting what they do. We're going to fight for you. We're going to fight. Every day fighting. These people have been fighting for 30 years and nothing has changed. So they don't even buy that slogan. It's a slogan. And it's stick. But don't let that slogan stick in your head. Because they're not fighting for you. They are not fighting for you. They've never fight for you. Their intention is for themselves. That's why the two-party system must have a competitor. The two-party system must have a competitive party. It don't have to align, but because the system is set up that way, it's conditioned that way. But if you're going to run as a Democrat, it should not be as a liberal. It should be as a progressive/leftist. And if you're running as a conservative, you can run as a MAGA. You don't need to run as a conservative. You can run as a MAGA, independent MAGA, and still win. Because right now, what Trump is doing with this country, it allows you to do that. When Trump ran, the country was ready for that. It was ready for his message. Use his message to run against him. He's not going to run. Trump don't care right now because he's not going to run again. But if he do, there has to I did a video where I said Trump will run, but the time has to be right. I mean, I'm sorry for saying the time has to be right. It has to be a condition for him to run, and no other condition can create that tension, that situation for him. Then you impeach him, or he declare a war president like that guy in Ukraine did, Zelensky. But I don't know if that's going to work here, because he's not even FDR, Franklin D. Roosevelt. No, he's not. First, he hasn't even declared that he's fighting a war against Iran. So, as far as the American people know, there's no war. So everything Trump is doing now is unconstitutional, and he knows that. But like his predecessors, they did the same thing. George Bush did it. Obama did it. So he said, well, if these people can do it, I can do the same. In a democracy, a true democracy, a practicing democracy, that's not supposed to be the case. Where you have check and balances, like how the system is set up. You have the legislative branch, you have the executive branch, the judiciary branch, and the legislative branch. If those branches are working co-equal and are working like the system should, the president shouldn't just do anything he wants. But this tells some of you who believe that America is a democracy, that America isn't. But you have to see it. So the main essence of my video is to appeal to progressivism, that now is your time to structure this whole thing so you can get out all these old people that are not doing anything. You know, some of these individuals, whether they're conservative or liberal, initially when it came out, just like Mr. Trump, they told you what they're going to do. They said they're going to do exactly what you voted for. And guess what? They went in there and they start to do the things that whoever put them there or selected them or recruited them, that's what they're doing. They're not doing anything for your interests. You know, what scares a man or a woman is when they don't know this. They're uncertain what the future will be. They don't know if they're going to have a job tomorrow. They don't know if they're going to be able to put gas in the car tomorrow. They don't know if they're going to be able to pay for their children's education or be able to even buy a car or buy a house. That uncertainty, that's a scary place to be. And that's where we are today in this country. That's exactly where we are. I tell you, there are millions of Americans that are waking up today to $7, $6, $7, $8 gas a gallon. I saw a bar of gas this morning for almost $5. Regular gas. I bought premium gas yesterday for almost $5. Regular gas is around $4 a gallon. That's not supposed to be. Why are we in a man-made situation like the situation with Iran? That's a man-made thing. It didn't come from no Satan or God or anything like that. Trump decided to do what he wanted to do. Had Trump told people that he was going to be a president that would wage war with Iran, do you think people would have voted for him? No, he didn't. He deceived the American people, and it's the truth. Whatever Trump is doing, there's no way he's going to make America great again or make America great. It's not. It's not working in our interest. He hasn't said this, that, A, B, C, D is going to benefit America. So whatever he's doing is for himself or whoever puts him there. A true democracy should not work that way. So anyway, I just want to leave you with this. I hope that I pray for the families of the military. I hope that they can have some comfort, especially during this time. I hope that their boys, their girls, their daughters, their sons are not sent overseas to die for nothing. I hope that something good can come out of this situation, that it doesn't lead to any of that. That's my hope. I pray for all the victims whether they are in Israel, they are in Iran, wherever they are in that Middle East. I pray for their safety, and I pray that they are safe. That's it. I pray that this whole thing can find a solution, that no one is playing games. And I hope the president can start to tell the truth, especially in times like these. People are looking for information. People are looking for the right information. So we're not in darkness. And I hope history does not repeat itself. Hope and pray that history does not repeat itself. Because history has a funny way of repeating itself. Seek peace and tranquility. That's the way of Yeshua HaMashiach. You understand? So I pray and hope. And again, I want to say thanks to all those people that watch my videos. I want to say thanks to all those people that continue to support me and watch my channel. As I've always said, the greatest thing that can ever happen to you is not the day you were born, not the day you graduated from high school, became a lawyer, doctor, and all of that stuff. It's the day you discover yourself, my friend. And I hope and pray that each of us can discover ourselves so we can make good decisions, positive decisions that will have a great effect on our families, our loved ones, our communities, this country, and the world at large. Thank you and have a pleasant day. Thanks.